Good morning, everyone. Today we're back with Christy over at Christy's Beautiful Life, and we are doing the 30 days of sketches, and today we are on day 24, and our sketch artist is Wendy Germain Crowe, and she has a base paper. She has 3 strips, and I mean, you could do them all different colors if you wish to. She actually has the measurements here, which I told you I measure them lots of times and guesstimate, you know, what it is from what I can decide from the measurement that I have. Now, I do not have my one that I usually use because everything was here. So, but I usually use one that well, actually, it's just really this first time that I actually had printed them out in a 3x3. So then by using my ruler and using each 1/4 inch as an inch, I could guesstimate really accurate what the measurement is. And do you think I can find my ruler? There it is. So that's what I do just about every time. I, will just guesstimate from this, because I'll just take it and think, okay, it's not quite 3, but it's like from there I can usually guess what the measurements are. So anyway, this one actually has the measurements there, and I really like that because sometimes I want it to look just like theirs. So anyway, so she's got 2 that are 2x11, and then she's got 1 that's 1x11. She's got a square here that's 9x9, and I'm really glad she put that there, if I wouldn't have measured it, because in my mind, I think because of these being rectangles, it gives it a more elongated look to it. And so it looks more like a rectangle than a square to me because of the things laying on it. So sometimes you can't tell what, is that a rectangle, is it a square? Because it did look like a rectangle, but she says it's a 9x9. And then she has 2 4x6s, and then she has 2 2x2s. And now I am not going to do the 2x2s. I'm going to have my embellishments in that area. So it's going to be taken up. Now my pictures, they start out as 4x6. Well, no, they were already a little bit narrower. So, but anyhow, I did mat them, and I guess I'm ready to start. Okay, so I've got Skylar here. I was just about ready to call her one of the other kids. When you got 8 grandchildren, it's like pretty soon you just call them each other's names, as bad as kids. So she was I don't remember if they called them mini cheerleaders or, but anyhow, she was one of the cheerleaders of the whole group of cheerleaders of, younger age. And even one time I went and cheered with her at one of the games, and that was super fun. And I'll tell you, it's really good exercise because they have you walking around that stadium so many times that I really felt like I got a bunch of exercise and covered at least a couple of miles, because it was a lot of walking around that stadium. So anyway, here she is in her cheerleader outfit. Mom got pictures of her by the door. This is where, if it's not beautiful outside, this is where I get my pictures from, the door. So anyway, I've got my, it's so funny because following the sketch, if you get your papers cut out, and then you put your pictures on, it's like all you have left is embellishing. It's just so easy, and I really love it, and it's been lots of fun. And what day are we on? We are on day 24. Okay, so she did not have the measurement of how far she dropped it down, but it's like when you have the measurements of everything else, you can kind of tell where everything's at. And to me, this is a 1/2 inch, this is a 1/2 inch. And because her measurement here is 11, the length of them, it's a 1/2 inch on each side. So, and this looks just like this. So it's real easy to come up with your measurements. So I'm just gonna guess where my 1/2 inch is, because I think it's right here. And I'm gonna do my first strip. If I can hold down my ruler. Oh, you know, I should just put it down and then measure it, because that's how it roll. That's how I roll. I almost said that's how it rolls. That's how I roll. And this is not, okay, going in the same direction. So I'm gonna flip it over. So I actually see that 1/2 inch. Okay, that should be straight. And I did get it at a 1/2 inch. Wow, that's pretty amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna measure up like 5 1/2, because I'm gonna want this right here. If I have my little pencil. Yeah, okay, so I'm just gonna make a little mark here, because I'm gonna cover this up anyway. Okay. And now, how come I flipped it over? Okay, so I'm coming in a 1/2 inch from the end. So I'll know there's a 1/2 inch here too. Yep. Okay. And when the kids do the cheerleading and they have the little grandparents' day, they always, I think they said that that's always their biggest crowd. And it's probably because each little cheerleader has at least one grandparent with them. So it's quite a packed stadium that day. Okay, I think I have it there. Okay, that should be good. And I don't, this is, I think it's a doodle bug. I will put, no it's not. It's something else and I can't think of what it is. I will put it down below anyway. Okay, so there's the basic right there. And then I have this navy. And I got a mark on this side. So I'm gonna flip it over. And this was, I think, just a navy I got from Hobby Lobby, so it's Paper Studio. But it's a real nice weight. Okay, now this is a 9 by 9, so I should have 1.5 inches on each side, correct? And I think my ruler is 1 inch. So I should be able to just put it on here and have the same amount, I think, on each side. Let's see. Okay, it's a little closer to the top, but that's okay. I'm gonna go with that. Lots of times when they mat photo or pictures in frames, they'll make it a little wider at the bottom, the mat. Okay, so I'm gonna go with that. And I'm gonna put her smile at the top, even though she's missing a tooth. I think she was trying to cover it up here. But she looks beautiful with or without that tooth in there. Okay, and Wendy has it slid up just a little further. at the top, kind of overlapping into that white. So I'm going to do the same thing. And because mine are narrower, I might want it a little closer. Let me see. I think I'm going to go over about a ½ inch on here. And maybe up a little higher. So I'm actually at the 2-inch mark here. And then I'm going to put this one on. And again, I'm just going to leave that little bit of, oh, it's probably a little more than a ¼ inch. Oh, I'm hanging off my table here. And I do not have my ruler straight. Okay, so that should be good there. Okay, and I'm going to call it Colts Cheer. And I have these. These are from Memories in the Making, and it's called Denim Collection. And they look really close to the Colts letters, I think. Well, they kind of look like college letters too, so it would work good for any. So I'm gonna put Colts here in the white section. And then I'm gonna take this cheer, which actually came with these little Jolie's embellishments. So I'm gonna put that right there. So I'm gonna pause and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got the title on here. Now, because this was one sticker, it's got the clear part in here, and you can see how this is dark here and this is gray. I think you should be able to see that. I'm taking my bone folder and going over it so that, excuse me, that it's rubbed down really well, and that way it's not looking, well, it doesn't look gray, it's looking more like a solid color there. And then I've gone through, you know, the letters that are glitter. I forget, I probably didn't have to go through those, but I did, or on the top part of them, but I did do this down here. Oh, and you know what, I just pulled off a little bit of the glitter here. And so I'm gonna stick that back on. I thought, what happened? I did think what happened, because I didn't see it at first. It must have been stuck on my bone folder. Okay, so I'm just gonna put the glue on there and use my pickup tool as soon as I get this. As soon as I get this back in here. Well, maybe. Okay. I'm going to use this pickup tool. Put that right back on there. And right now it's white, but you know, it dries clear, so it should be fine. Oh, if I can leave it there. Okay, now where's my tweezers? Okay. I thought I better remember where I stuck them, because I stuck them right on the opposite side of where I was using them. Okay. I'm going to hold it there while I push it down. Okay, it should be fine. Okay. So, I've got this football that I've had for probably 25 years. So I'm going to use this. And I'm gonna go ahead and put glue on this because it's like it's made out of cardboard, like corrugated cardboard. And I don't actually know why I have a football from that long ago, because I didn't really have a kid that was playing football until Aiden started playing football. So Well, Rachel, her mom cheerleaded for a while, and that was probably at football games. I don't know. It's been a while. I don't really remember. Seems like it was football. So I probably had used some during that time. And I guess this has taken a while. I feel like it might need a lot of glue. Okay, and I'm just gonna stick this down in this here corner. In this here corner. Okay, and then I've got the little cheerleader outfit. And this one, I've had these for probably 20 years also. Well, maybe 15. And so this is not glued on anymore. But I'm about ready to fix that. I don't know whether to glue it or put tape on it, but I think I'm going to put glue on this part and put it right back on the skirt. This one's still on here, and I'm going to have to put glue here. And I think I've got little sparkles here. Let me get those off there. Okay, so I'm getting the glue on here. And the glue on here. Okay, and I'm going to put down the skirt first and just and then overlap the shirt over top of it, and I'm putting it down over the little football a little bit, and then putting this over top of that. And I do have some dimensionals that were on the back of some of these, but I might not even use those because I might just pull off fresh pieces, because this is like, it's not really working. Well, this is actually the size of the little sock. Now there's little socks with these, and so I am going to stick these right back on here, and I'm just going to put them here like they're laying down. Oh, and the reason how come I use these colors, their colors are blue and white, but I added the pink because, I added this pink because of the cheer and these little pom-poms. Because I thought, okay, I'm going to use those things. I'm just going to go with the program and use the pink. And now I'm stuck to a little piece of tape I'm trying to get off. Okay, where's that little thing? Okay, here it is. So I'm going to put these little stickers on here. I love these Jolie's little embellishments. They are just so adorable. Okay, so I've got that on there. And I'm just going to overlap them somewhat so they just look like they were put down here. Like she's just got her outfit laying out to get ready to go cheer. Okay, and then I have this little Go Team. It's so cute. Okay, and the things that aren't sticking are sticking to me. Okay, and this is on a little dimensional, so I'm able to stick that. And I'm just going to stick this right here by her dress, her skirt and shirt. And then she's got some little tennis shoes. Now, I think this little star came out from, I know you probably didn't see it, I think it came out from the pom-poms that I'll be adding later. Now, this just had one little dimensional on it. I think I'm going to put another one on there. And let's see if it fits. I think I'm going to do two little ones. And these are just so cute too. And they have little red marks and little stars on there. Just show you those. So cute. Okay, so I'm going to put one here. And then I'm going to put this up on, now it's got one little dimensional, so I might be able to just cut one in half and use that. Since part of it's on one side. Well, I don't know why everything is sticking to me better today than anything else. What is it? I don't know. Okay. So I think those two half ones should do it. Now I'm going to kind of put this back just a little bit further. Oh, now I got a little fuzz here. And then tilt it a little bit different directions so they just kind of look like they're sitting there. Okay, and I know I'm not using those little pieces since they're not on the shoes now. Okay, and then I have a little arrow here that came from a little football thing. And I thought that's really cute. I think I'm gonna add that. It's a good color. It's a navy. So I'm going to put that down there, and then I got a TD for touchdown, so I'm going to put that by the arrow, like that's where they had to go do that touchdown in that direction. I just wanted to have something a little more football themed on here. I know it's not much, but okay. And then I have one of those little megaphones. And I'm going to put that on a dimensional too. Let's see if this was good size. And then I'm going to take one and cut it in half and put it on the other end. I like these dimensionals because they're dimensional, but they're not too thick. I like the size that they are. And really the size that was on the dimensionals were about like this too, or on the embellishments. Okay, so this one here, I'm gonna put it right up here by where it says Colts Cheer, and kind of overlap those two C's. Okay, and then I have little pom-poms, and see there's these little stars on these, and this one fell off and it was by the tennis shoe, but I'm going to stick it back on here someplace. And there is a little dimensional on here, but I would say it's not doing anything. So I think I'm going to use maybe one of the bigger ones and use that on there. Oh, and I see there's like a little tiny dimensional on the little star, but I'm just going to have to put a little glue on that. I'm going to stick a little glue on that. And let's see. I'm going to stick one up here and have that little star kind of in that area too. So this one has 3 little stars on it. And hopefully that will stay there. I think this is gone. Yep. I thought it doesn't look like it's going to stick, and I'm right. But again, I mean, they probably stuck really good for, you know, the first 10 years. And then after that, it was just downhill. You know, some of these things, it's like I've had them for so long. But I love them. They're so cute. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this one and, let's see, I put a little glue on that, so I want it to stick. That one too. And then, whoops, it's really not. Okay. And I'm going to stick one of them like right here, so I'm just going to stick it right in the glue. Well, I thought I could pick it up with this, maybe. There we go. Okay, that should do it. Hopefully they stay in there since they're connected to that area. Okay, and then I have, I've got 3 little hearts. One says football on it, and I want to stick that probably right here. Since I've got a football down here, I thought I would like to have one up here. And then I have a light blue, and see, I've got these light blues, so I thought I'd put this light blue down here and maybe stick it right in here by the shoes. Well, I got this little light blue thing too. And then I've got this, it's like a navy blue one. Where do I want to put that? Maybe I'll put it right up here by the Colts. Okay. And then I do have, I'm not going to use the enamel dots on this, but I do have some gems. And they're also from Gina Marie's. And I know this back paper is called Bella something. I can't think what it is. I'm going to use these ones that look like Aurora Borealis crystals. And kind of put those here and there. I thought that would be safer than trying to use like blue or something, and then I stick it in a blue area, and then it would be, you know, I wouldn't be able to see it. So I think I missed the glue. Let me see if I can pick it up. Okay, so I'm gonna put maybe 5 up here to have an even number. What's up, Hubster?
Is that enamel dots?
No, it's not. It's not enamel dots.
Are you sure?
Yep. Take a look. It's gemstones.
Oh, that was my next guess.
Looks like I'm going to need some glue underneath this thing here. Okay, so let's see. Where do I want these ones? I think I'm going to stick some down here. And I'll just do 5 again. So I stick with the uneven numbers. Okay. So that's it. And I got to tell you, I've had these pictures for a while. I'm glad to get them scrapped. And that's so cute. So, tomorrow we will be on day 25. It's just flying by. And I will see you then. Remember that down below there will be a link that takes you to the Facebook page. And they have all the still shots. And then there will be one that takes you over to the YouTube channel. And everybody who's done a YouTube video will have theirs linked there, unless they forgot. You know, like sometimes I forget and forget to do one of the things, but I usually catch up eventually. So have a wonderful and blessed day. We'll have close-ups at the end. Let me know if you're playing along, or if you plan on playing along next time. Remember, you can go print out from that the one link where the still shots are. There is a PDF file that you can print out. So even if you're not doing them today, you can save those sketches. And that way you have them if you want to do one of them. I mean, I could use these all the time. I mean, this one right here, I cannot wait to do that one again. And mine took up all the space, but I still love it. I mean, there are so many cute sketches in here. So go pick up one of those. Have a wonderful and blessed day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.